Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Tuesday, September 30th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. First off, a couple of clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So ticker symbol number one, we are looking at TLRY, big mover today and has continued not quite at new highs right now as I speak, but it's still nearing new highs, and who knows, maybe while I talk about it, it will push to new highs. But regardless, let's map out some of the key levels here moving forward. So the first level to keep an eye on is what I would call the ideal level of support. When you say, hey Clay, what would make this chart look the absolute strongest moving forward? And that would be if the price can stay up there above $1.67. Now, don't get me wrong, if the price falls below that area, that doesn't mean the chart's destroyed or anything. But yeah, if the price could stay above there, that would certainly be a great sign of power. Taking a step back and looking at things from the bigger picture point of view, that is where the purple line comes into play there. The 50-period simple moving average. Keyword being moving. So as time goes by, that line is going to move itself higher and higher and basically become a trend line that draws itself for you, or more so the overarching trend line. So if you do care about the bigger picture, the overarching trend, well then as long as the price does stay above that purple line, the overall trend is still in the bull's favor. Again, yes, absolutely. If the price can stay up above that level there at $1.67, that would be great. But from the overarching standpoint, just watch out purple line, and as long as the price is above there, that is a good sign. In terms of areas of resistance, I think we have a good problem. Let's change to the hourly time frame. So now each one of these represents an entire, oh wow, all right, never mind. Let's go to the daily time frame. Oh, wow. Okay, it has been a long time. We were talking months and years since the price has been up around this area. So that's a good problem to have. So now each one of these candlesticks represents an entire day. But now next key battleground to watch moving forward, right there around $1.85. So as I zoom back in, again, this one represents the entire day today. But overall, very, very powerful move. I didn't realize that put the highs at levels that have not been seen, as you just saw there, for many, many months. Next one here, YCBD, and overall pretty wild day, but have a good solid pattern here as we head into Tuesday. So let's get this pattern drawn into play. So the top part of the pattern, that resistance area right here, and then the bottom part of the pattern, we have this lower trend line right there. Let me change that to green to represent support. And then just to make the pattern easier to see, let's keep it all the same color. So we have our area of resistance, we have our area of support. We have the big upwards move right there. And then for you golfers, try to make it a little bit more visual, put the golf hole down here. This would be a bull pennant pattern. Now, just because something's bullish does not mean for sure guaranteed that if the price were to come around here and then come up and break through it, that would create an upside buying, momentum. But is it valid? Is it plausible to throw out that as a question of breaking that level and that perhaps producing upside buying pressure? That is certainly a valid conclusion. So guaranteed, no, but more than reasonable. So if you like bull pennants, if you like this price range down below $2, then keep an eye on it. Next one, DFLI, and same pattern of what I just talked about. So in the spirit of wanting to respect your time, I'm going to go through this relatively quickly, as you literally heard me just talk about it. Now, is it the exact same looking pattern? It's not the exact same looking pattern, but the general psychology is the same. So let's get this mapped out so you can make sure to see it. So we have our area of resistance. We have our area of support. We have the nice upwards move right here. We have the golf hole down here, and this would be a bull pennant pattern once again. I'd say the biggest difference here is this happens to be a bull pennant on a penny stock. So if you're somebody that likes to stay in the world of penny stocks, but you do like bull pennants, then here you go. Next one here, SNAP, Snapchat, and we had a big mover here. Yeah, there's been a big pullback, but with the big pullback, I would still err on the side of caution, say the bulls still have a chance, and that's because the price is still maintaining above that purple line right there, that 50-period moving average, right now valued at 830. And I don't want to get too dramatic, but as far as this move is concerned, I'd call this a do or die level. Why is that so important? Again, not saying this will occur, but if the price were to come down to that 830 mark and then drop below it, what do you have at that point? You quite literally have the price having gone right back to where it was. And I mean, not to insult your intelligence, but price movements that make great moves and then go right back to where they were, not exactly a sign of genuine strength or true power. So if we were to do that, does that mean the entire chart's destroyed? Absolutely not. Again, I am just making this comment in reference to the very nice move that happened today. That was a great move, but moving forward, is this a truly strong move? Well, let's see if the price can make progress. How is quote-unquote making progress being defined? Staying up above $8.30. So keep an eye on that level moving forward. So yes, there's been a bigger pullback, but to be fair, the price does still have the opportunity to, again, show signs of progress. So let's see if the bulls can get that job done. Next one, NVDA, very nice mover today. And for those of you that watched the video from last week, talked about this 179.80 mark as resistance, but with the price now above it, that is where basic technical analysis steps in. So basic rule and levels of resistance are broken and closed above. You want to see them act as support. So ideally now moving forward, you want to see the price stay up above 179.80. And this is, again, just in relevance to this move here. If the price were to come down here and break below it, does that destroy the entire chart? No, it doesn't. But it does put the price right back in this range that it just broke out of. So as far as this move would be concerned, any sorts of drops below 179.80 would invalidate it, and it would be kind of one of those back to the drawing board situations. So yes, preferably speaking, as far as the breakout that occurred today, is there genuine strength behind it? Let's see if it can make progress. And again, in this situation, quote-unquote progress being defined as 179.80. In terms of levels of resistance, key battleground to watch. I'm not sure if it hit it today or not. Yes, pretty much right there at 184.10. You go back here, you can see some history of it acting as resistance, and then you look right there, and that's also indeed where it got rejected back down. Real quick, want to take a break and offer you up a solution to a very common problem out there, and that has to do with people wanting to make unlimited day trades, but then not being able to because of the pattern day trading rule and all these different amounts that they require. But if you would like to be a day trader for very small amounts of money, again, day trader being defined as having unlimited day trades every day, then definitely check out what I've been doing. There's been a link at the top of the screen, but I understand if all of this seems a little too good to be true, seems a little sketchy, totally get it, which is why I'm inviting you and just making you aware that I have been live streaming. I start every day at 11 a.m. Eastern. So I'd say come check it out because I've put my money where my mouth is. This is exactly what I've been doing. So if you want to see it in action, then like I said, swing by the live stream, ask me questions, and check it out for yourself. Next one here, PSTV, and we have once again another bull pennant pattern. So as I mentioned earlier, I want to respect your time as much as possible. So I'm going to go through this way quicker because you've already heard me talk about and give kind of the explanation of it. So let's just make sure everybody can see it. Let's keep it one color. So we have our resistance, we have our support, have the nice upwards move right there, have the golf hole down here. So this is once again another bull pennant pattern, and it is down in the world of penny stocks. Next one here, DVLT, and a little bit of deja vu, not perfect deja vu, but what this one has a track record of doing is pushing to new highs. So it was here, all the way up here, then a drop all the way down here. But then it pushes to new highs, pretty nasty pullback all the way down here. Once again today, pushes to, not necessarily new highs, but pushes way back above where it was and then pulling back. Now, let me be very clear, and I wish I could say trading was this easy. Does that mean for sure guaranteed this thing is pushing to new highs tomorrow? I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that from the bigger picture point of view, this thing has been quite the roller coaster with some very big movements, but overall the price is still showing progress and putting in those higher bases. And that is where the purple line here, the 50-period moving average, is a very helpful tool because with all the drama, notice that despite all the big swings that I've mapped out, the price is doing a beautiful job of still staying above that purple line with that one time it bouncing directly off it. And then just to give a little bit more context, bringing it down, you can see that this is not the first time. Here are some more crazy movements. Big move up, but notice, came down there, bounced off the purple line. Move up, came back down, stayed above the purple line. So that purple line, I think, is the quickest way to kind of just gauge the health of the overall movement. And as long as the price continues to stay above that purple line, sure, it may be a bumpy ride. Sure, there may be some big swings, but the price is still technically building those higher bases. And then in terms of areas of resistance moving forward, key battleground right now seems to be right up there around $1.35. Next one here, OPEN, and overall the chart's doing fine. Today, not the greatest start to the week. Came up here, tried to battle, and then got rejected back down. But again, within the bigger picture of things, you can see the price is still doing a good job of maintaining not only above the kind of the bigger picture sideways channel with the bottom of the channel being way at 644. So not anywhere close to 644, but even looking at nearer term areas of support, you can see if we were to just make this kind of a little smaller, tighter channel right here at $8, the price is still nicely in between even this range right here. So yes, today not the greatest, but overall, it's not like anything drastic happened in the bearish direction. I will say that in the near term now, as far as areas of resistance, yes, 913 is an area of resistance, but before you put too much emphasis on that, price is now going to need to get up above these moving averages, pink line being the 200-period moving average, and then the 50-period moving average right there at the purple line, and you can see that's right where the price found some congestion. So depending on your outlook and your strategy, day traders maybe had a little bit of a rough day, but from the overarching standpoint, the chart's doing just fine. Next one here, MARA, and pretty wild day when you stop and think that throughout the course of the entire day, there's only 3 red candles the entire time. So pretty wild and essentially straight up the entire time. So the big question mark moving forward is just how much does this upwards move still continue to go? And the price is now reaching some areas that I'm not going to say are guaranteed to reject it. But historically speaking, if this upwards move is going to continue, it better buckle up. It better bring its boxing gloves, because check out this area here at $19.20. You can see right there, ultimately got punched back down. Right there, punched back down. Slightly above it, but then once again, punched back down. Am I saying that for sure? Guaranteed the price will once again get punched back down at $19.20. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that the track record right now is showing us that apparently for whatever reason, there are a lot of sellers up around $19.20. So if the price does push its way up there, the bulls better bring their A game. Next one, TSLA, is a Tesla here. A little tricky to talk about because it is all about perspective. If you're a day trader, flipper, scalper, and you bought right there and your plan was to buy and sell within, 7 minutes, well then yeah, from that standpoint, chart looks really rough because it hit those highs and then it pulled all the way back down. With that said, from the big picture standpoint, the price is perfectly fine. The price, unfortunately though, did fall back inside of this big old range right here. So this has been a range that we've been tracking, and yes, it did temporarily get above it right there, but it's now gone back below it, and you can see the top of the range has once again gone right back to acting as resistance right here at 444.10. Price broke below it, and then you can see right there had problems with it, and then problems with it right there. But overall, not a big deal at all. The price is still nicely up above both these areas of support. And moving forward, it's still just a question of can the price not necessarily break above 444.10 because that's already happened, but taking that question to the next level, can the price stay above it? So again, no longer a question of can the price push through it? It can, but staying above it is where it ultimately struggled today. But like I said, assuming you care about the big picture of things, sure, the price did pull back from its highs, but even if you look at it where it was during this consolidation right here, the lows of right now are still making lows, so you can even get a little trend line in right there. So people, again, assuming that you care about the big picture, everything is still doing just fine. So that wraps up the top 10 list. And again, if you want a market that has no pattern day trend rule, a market that quite frankly moves even better than penny stocks and small caps and all that, then definitely check out what I've been doing at the link or swing by the live stream and see it with your very own eyes. It is by far the most efficient way to go about day trading. And if you have any questions, or like I said, if this sounds all just way too sketchy, I truly do understand, which is why I'm inviting you to check out the live stream, ask me questions, interact with me, as I'd be happy to provide any sort of clarity that you may need. So definitely, consider that. And if you need a little bit more clarification, then definitely swing by the live stream. So thanks for watching. As always, hit that like button. And yeah, hopefully I will see you on the live stream.